What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellas. Y'all know what it is. We talked about the other night. Jeff Horn potentially is going to duck Terence Crawford, and now it's starting to become full circle. I talked about a few months ago that Horn was potentially going to drop that WBO belt to avoid a Manny Pacquiao rematch and take on Anthony Mundine, and now he's revisiting that. Anthony Mundine called him out, after the Pacquiao victory, saying that he wanted to fight Horn. He can get down to like 150 something, 154, 155 or something like that and fight Horn. It's a big money fight in Australia. And, Jeff Horn in that fight stands to make $2 million. With Terence Crawford, according to his team, he only stands to make $1 million. And they could be trying to drive the price up on Bob Arum, to get that WBO belt. But backup plan for Bob Arum is to put Pacquiao in with Terence Crawford, because they would be the number 1, number 2 contenders for the WBO belt if Horn was to drop his belt or not able to get his voluntary and get stripped for the fight. So it's really a win-win situation for for Bob Arum, because if Pacquiao can take that fight, that's a big money fight. Most people believe Jeff Horn doesn't even deserve to have that belt versus robbing Manny Pacquiao. So Bob Arum ain't in the worst position where he got to overpay for Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? He was in Australia for the fight. But what his team is saying is, Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn's team is a terrible interviewer. He's a terrible, boring boxing personality. That's why he doesn't have any fan following. They said Conor McGregor, he is not. That's what his promoter said. And we know Jeff Horn was trying to get a fight with Conor McGregor. Said we'll offer whatever you need. And honestly, they trying to milk that belt and try to milk Jeff Horn for all he worth. They know Jeff Horn ain't nothing. And people saying, "Oh, Jeff Horn not an easy fight for Terence Crawford." He's exactly should be an easy fight for the pound for pound king. Should be struggling with a guy who most people didn't believe beat Manny Pacquiao, a past prime Manny Pacquiao. But, now they getting cold feet. Now, remember when Jeff Horn was saying, I fight Keith Thurman, I fight Earl, anybody, I beat anybody. He knows he ain't shit. He's a great Australian hype. They know he not shit on that level. He not on that level. You go at the Gary Cochran fight, whoever you listening to after that fight, if you think Crawford gonna struggle with this guy, you out of your rabbit ass mind. And if Crawford struggled with this guy, he should walk away from the game and go back to 140 and just retire altogether. They don't want to fight Terence Crawford. It sounds like they're going to drop that belt or buy some time and get a voluntary, which Bob Arum controls the board in WBO. He will be stripped, and they might do Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. That's going to be the backup plan. They ain't saying it like that, but looking at the rankings, which I do on a daily basis for the most part, that's what it's going to be. And Jeff me so horny. It's a little business. Let's keep it real. If you don't go through and fight Terence Crawford, I ain't mad if you're going to make $2 million versus Anthony Mundine while your name is hot. I ain't mad at you. But at the end of the day, you talked all that cash shit about, Crawford, Spence can catch a fade, and I beat this guy. At the end of the day, you're going to drop your belt or do a voluntary and skip out on Terence Crawford because you're scared. Who wants to pass up opportunity to fight in Las Vegas if you really believe in your skill? If you beat Crawford on ESPN, please believe me, more than the $2 million payday is going to come. The Anthony Mundine payday, if you believe in yourself, still going to be there. Then you're going to be able to face, you're going to be able to, fight different guys that make more than $2 million. You're going to be a real star if you beat Terence Crawford. If you knock out Terence Crawford, people going to call you the pound for pound number 1. So what is you running from that fate for? At the end of the day, they know this guy ain't nothing. I told you guys, he's a solid little fighter, but he ain't nowhere. He should nowhere be on Crawford's level. Nowhere. Nowhere on Spence. Nowhere on Thurman's level. Nowhere. And at the end of the day, his team knows that, and that's why they're getting cold feet. I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped that belt and went after the Anthony Mundine fight and made the $2 million and probably campaigned and came back to 147 and tried to do other things there. At the end of the day, Jeff Horn talked all that junk. He's a school teacher. At the end of the day, he might be a school teacher. He still might be a coward. At the end of the day, if he don't take this Terence Crawford fight, a lot of people ain't covering this because they don't keep their ear close to the street. I've been covering this since he won the belt with Manny Pacquiao. I've been speaking on this, man. So just keeping it down with the trio boxing fans. We gone.